What's going on with your boy Tyler?
Okay, so hey, check this out, right? So I actually had got sent this. I got sent this by my boy, and you know, allegedly he's being sued for I think 20 million for
Yeah.
20 million for SA. Now, me personally, I think, we talked about this off cam, that is it a possibility he could be a Diddy 2.0? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So look,
Oh, I'm gonna let you kill no.
on some real talk though, all BS aside, on some real talk though, you are proven you are innocent until you're proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? To me, is this kind of like a crash grab, a cash grab? That it's a possibility because we're again 2025 has been a weird ass year. You know what I'm saying? You got the shit with Shannon Sharp. You got NBA players, not on a verge of this type of, allegations, but more so like abuse with their baby mamas and stuff, and they getting railroaded in the courts, millions upon millions of child support. It's just how do we I mean, I'm not saying that you won't be able to avoid certain situations like this, but it's like goddamn, at one point in time it gets old. It gets old. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the Diddy stuff happened, it seems like every other 3 to 6 months, somebody's coming out. This person was essayed. This person, they got raped. This person, running a sex trafficking ring. Like it gets old. It really does. It gets old.
It does get old, and you know, you know, I'm just one of those types of people. Like I don't think like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm not saying that. Okay, so you're saying, you know, the it's the Diddy thing, right? But when you
Mhm.
look at it, like it started before Diddy. Look how they did Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
you got people like Suge Knight, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't really is not really a threat to white people, right? Okay,
Mhm.
you got some gangster ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Some blood nigga that was bullying everybody in the music industry, right?
Mhm.
Um, okay, and then you have people like Bill Cosby, who was going to buy NBC, right? He got
See,
all
I
his
didn't
money
even know that.
on NBC, right?
Uh-huh.
Diddy, okay, who actually owned his own television network. He was getting ready to start a black political party. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like black men with money and power is a threat to white people because white people want to stay on top. They don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, like people from our culture on top and making plays and calling shots with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
the way I see it. Now, as far as what Diddy does in his personal life, whether he's homosexual or not, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have anything to do with the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have my personal opinions on Diddy and his sexuality, but it don't have nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here that's doing questionable shit or shit that we don't agree with as a culture and a community, but it doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like that's why, somebody like Diddy trying to get pardoned by Donald Trump, right? I don't see that happening. You know why? Because he's a threat to white people. Nigga, he sued Ciroc, you know what I'm saying? Because they did him dirty. He busted him
Mm.
out. He embarrassed him. He got all that money from Ciroc. He became a billionaire. He's a successful black man. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Kodak Black. You got people like NBA YoungBoy. And no diss to them because I fuck with both of that music. You know what I'm saying? But they're not a threat to white people. They're just another YNs, putting out music to poison the community, you know what I'm saying? And like keep black people set back in that same mind frame that they're in. You know what I'm saying? They're not a threat to white people because they're not making big plays like that to reset the community or do no positive shit. You know what I'm saying, for the culture. You feel
Yeah.
me? You know, as far as um, Diddy trying. I'm sorry, as far as like Tyler Perry and shit. You know, another successful black man. Look at this big ass production and movie company that he has. I was watching that shit on YouTube last week. I think it's like over 300 acres. That shit is beautiful. Like,
It
look at that.
really is.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. And it's like, you know, we got people. It's like once they put out a narrative about, a black man or anybody in black with power. Oh, they're gay. Oh, they're committing SA, or they're drugging people, or they're sex trafficking and shit. All you got to do is put that information out to the black community, and they're gonna leave it to us to tear each other down. All the white people got to do is say it one time, and then they'll leave the rest up to us to drag each other through the mud and slander each other's name and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion. People are going to agree. People are going to disagree. I don't care. All comments and all feedback is welcome. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way that I see it. Now, like I said, are these people, are they really innocent? I'm not saying that they're not guilty of, any of the shit that they're accused of, but like all that other shit, it's just excessive. Look, come on, let's look at Jay-Z, right? When have you ever seen the NFL leave it to a black man to make decisions? Like, that's a lot of power. The first time you seen hip hop artists at the Super Bowl was Snoop and Dre. Snoop up there walking, you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of niggas up there. You feel me? And it's like, okay, Jay-Z, he got mob ties. You feel me? He has mob
Fact.
ties. So then all of a sudden, Jay-Z, another successful black billionaire who can call shots, he has power and he can push buttons, right? Then all of a sudden the SA case come out on Jay-Z. Then boom, all of a sudden you don't hear about it no more. Whoever was accusing him came out with an apology, like, oh yeah, that was bullshit, I apologize, boom. And you never heard about it again.
Wiped away.
You know what I'm saying?
Snap of the fingers, wiped away.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you just have to like you have to just like read between the lines and like look at the fine print and shit. You cannot believe everything that everybody say. And then that's the problem that I have with our community. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you hear some negative shit, people take it and run with that. When you hear some positive shit, people look the other way.
That right there. That right there. Here's the thing. I never understood why us as a community, we push the negative agenda where positive things are being overshadowed by that. You know what I'm saying? Again, you can't, and here's my frustration. I'm gonna just lay it all out. Here's my frustration. It goes back to like the Black Lives Matter and the protests that we do, right? So if a cop or just anything in general, if a person of color, and I think that we got one situation going on as a culture where I'm not sure if you heard about it. I'm not sure if he was a track team member or something like that. It was a young black kid, right? He killed a white kid in self-defense, but he's going to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that we'll come outside, we'll protest, we'll do this, we'll do that. But then when you have a situation like Diddy, you got a situation like Tyler Perry, you got a situation like Shannon Sharp. I'm talking about all of us, not just a small minority. All of us come outside and then drop the judgment hammer. You must be gay. Oh, you a creep. You like young women. Oh, you too old for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you pay attention to social media amongst like Black Twitter, Black Instagram, things like that, these TikTok videos, they getting like 151,000 likes, views, and stuff like that on something that's negative. But then you can't sit up there and highlight and get those amount of likes to a person that just graduated college and he made an app. You know what I'm saying? He's a financial instructor and he's teaching about finances. Y'all don't highlight that. Y'all skip past that shit like, oh, it's not interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's that toxic mindset that we as a community have to get out of, because you don't see nobody in any other community doing that today, people. You know what I'm saying? And even if it does come out or somebody has something to say about it, the majority comes and shuts it down.
Facts.
You know,
Talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm not excusing R. Kelly for what he did, because that's some, you have a problem, fam. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Like,
for real,
if
for
you're
real.
if you're sleeping with kids, like, you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're sleeping with kids, I'm not excusing that, and I don't condone that. You know what I'm saying? But how is it that Harvey Weinstein went to jail for the exact same shit, and he got shown all kind of love and lenience? I believe he got pardoned. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't get pardoned, I believe that they're on the verge of trying to let him out. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I got to go back and do some research on that, so don't quote me. You know what I'm saying, for whoever's watching. But you got Harvey Weinstein that did the same shit. You don't hear the white community tearing him down. They don't even talk about it.
They don't. They don't. On some real stuff, I completely forgot about old boy. It was in the media for a little bit, but then guess what?
It went away. You
Went
know what
away.
I'm saying? And then it's like, come on, man. You got everybody in the black community. No Diddy this, no Diddy that. Like, shut the fuck up. Because if you weren't, were any of you motherfuckers at a Diddy party? No. And then the motherfuckers that was actually at a Diddy party, a lot of them were saying, like, okay, I was at a Diddy party and I didn't see none of that shit going on. But nobody's talking about that.
No.
Everybody's going to talk about the baby oil and this, that, and the third, and the freak offs and shit. But nobody actually came out and said that there was any freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Except for who? Cassidy? Cassidy, whatever the fucking name is, who's actually suing him for some money.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to make it make sense. You can't believe everything you fucking hear. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, they did Diddy cold. I'm sorry. They did Diddy dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sorry, bro. Like, all that no Diddy shit, like, that shit pissing me off. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. If you wasn't there, how the fuck you know what went on? You know what I'm saying? So
And here's what killed me the most, right? Because average people, average people like me and you, not saying we do it, but average individuals, they have freak offs. They got orgies. You know what I'm saying? You go to Sunset in Hollywood over in LA, you know what I'm saying? Go to the little shady alley with the big ass hotel. They having that every Friday, Saturday night, if not all weekend. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So why are we acting like this is brand new because a celebrity's doing it? Come on now. All the celebrities do it. They ain't gonna highlight it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna put their personal business out there. But why are we acting like this is just such a surprise? Oh my God. I mean, the man is a billionaire. Let him have as many freak offs as he wants. You know what I'm saying? Whether he pouring baby oil, syrup, chocolate syrup, freaking whipped cream, whatever he's doing, again, it's not something that's abnormal. The man is freaky.
It's not.
Let him be freaky.
Feel me? And whatever he does in his bedroom, in his personal life, is his fucking business.
It's like, I just,
That's not important. Who he's sleeping with is not fucking important. You
because
know?
at the end of the day, how does it affect your life? You know what I'm saying? How does it affect your life? Are you mad because you can't have a freak off?
Right.
Shit, go hop on in.
No, it's because negativity sells. You know what I'm saying? Negativity sells, like bullshit sells. Like you
Mhm.
got rappers, talking about killing niggas and this and that and blicky and all this shit and fucking Percocets and lean and all this shit and gang banging and sliding on the ops and all this shit, nigga. Like, and then you have conscious rappers, right?
Mhm.
And you got conscious rappers that'll never get on top like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, no.
Got conscious rappers that'll never do that shit. Besides Kendrick Lamar,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? That's it. It's so many underground conscious rappers that people never heard of, but people don't want to hear shit like that because it's positive. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? When you go to a rap concert, bro, 95% of the audience is white.
That's a fact.
And, and you know, but you know, that's just a problem that I have with our community. You know what I'm saying? We would be cold if we stuck together. You know how much strength we would have if we stuck together. You know how much power. You know how many things we could do if we just stuck together. But motherfuckers don't want to hear shit like that. Motherfuckers would rather tear each other down and make memes and make jokes and tell the story like they was fucking there and you don't know shit. So shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And you know what? What it boils down to, K, and it boils down to the mindset. You know what I'm saying? If everybody can revert and just swap the narrative instead of me listening to, all day, every day, freaking about going sliding on somebody, you know what I'm saying? About being fucked up all day. At one point in time, what's crazy, at one point in time, us as a community, we used to shame people that was into that type of activity. But now it's so accepted. It's like we champion it. You know what I'm saying? You got you have a homeboy or you have an artist that'll do a triple murder. I mean, hey, no disrespect, but Little Dirk is a perfect example. And then you up on Instagram talking about free that man. What? But you can't uplift somebody that just worked his ass off all goddamn year for years in order to get his masters. You won't uplift that. You won't even give it a like. You'll swipe up on it. And then turn around, Little Dirk's allegedly accused for murder, or so and so's allegedly accused for murder. Oh, that ain't right. That's fucked up. Free the homie. What? And you know this man is a monster? Come on. Come on.
Up the fucking internet like that shit is important and it's fucking not.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what are we doing? But then in the same breath, you'll say, I'm oppressed. What?
Right.
You oppressing yourself. And if anybody feels some type of way, again, get out of your feelings, get out of your emotions, sit back and actually think with logic. Don't get offended, because all you got to do is just look around. Pay attention to you. Not the world, but our culture. Just pay attention. We promote ratchetness. You know what I'm saying? We promote killing. We promote tearing each other down over the internet. You know what I'm saying? The perfect person. Look, you have, as far as people with money and influence, I hate to say it, you got Drake, unfortunately, but hey, some people, they believe it or not, but let's just focus. You got Drake, you got Kendrick, you got at one point you had Diddy before the allegations. You have Tyler Perry, you have 50 Cent, you got Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? 50 stayed doing the clown shit. Don't get me wrong, it's funny, but when do you stop?
Right.
When do you stop?
Right. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, it stopped being funny with 50 a long time ago to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it stopped being funny like a long time ago. Like, bro, like, go find something else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave motherfuckers alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not funny no more. Like, you are the biggest fucking troller. Like, leave
Mhm.
it alone. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to like you got to really dig into your history. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not our fault that we're this way. You know what I'm saying? We've been conditioned to have this mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's not our fault that we're this way. It goes way back to way back. You know what I'm saying? But that's another show, another topic, or whatever. But you really got to know your history. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been conditioned like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, when you talk about some positive shit or you talk about changing your mindset, motherfuckers don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't want to hear it. So it doesn't cause anything but hate amongst the black community. It doesn't cause nothing but us to go against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, where's the love? Like,
It's frustrating.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
frustrating, man.
like we rather be fighting and shooting and killing each other and mad dogging each other and walking down the street and not speaking, you know what I'm saying? And worry about what motherfuckers is doing in their personal time and in their personal life, which none of that shit has nothing to do with nothing.
That's facts, man. That's
Feel
fact.
me?
And it's just, and I'll say this, and then I'll say this, and I'll leave it alone. It's just, we really got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like me, I'm a 9 to 5er. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 9 to 5er, but just because I'm a 9 to 5er, don't mean I don't preach and push entrepreneurship. I believe that everybody should at least dip their toes in the water going towards entrepreneurship, because as you stated earlier, that you'll never get rich making another man rich. You know what I'm saying? And again, if people want to challenge that and be like, oh, that's not true. Okay, then tell me your structure. You know what I'm saying? Because if you working there 15 years thinking you're going to get rich, come on now, you wasting your time. You wasting the valuable asset of your life, which is time. And I say that to say is that we really have to do better as a community, as a collective, because we're always going to continue to be on at the bottom of the totem pole. We keep setting each other back. It doesn't have to do anything with your environment. It doesn't, and for the people that say, oh, because I was raised like this. Okay, once you turn 18, you're well enough and you have the knowledge and the conscience in order to switch that mindset. You don't have to be binded by what happened to you as a child. No, you continue to progress and fix that state of mind. That way you can move forward. You can't sit up there and play victim, because guess what? If you want to sit up there and blame your circumstances on how you was raised, then you get a ticket to the Victim Olympics. So go run it. Go run it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of look, I had got off work, I want to say around 2:00 in the morning one day, right? So mind you, I'm in full work uniform. I look like I'm tired. I'm stressed out, had personal issues going on in my life, and some YNs pulled up in a Dodge Challenger. Now, where I was at, it's not like the gas station was empty. No, you had, white people. I seen an Asian dude, had a Mexican dude. Why is it that you pull up and you looking at me though? Oh, hey, what's good, bro? What's good? Oh, nothing, man, it's just one of them days. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, you look familiar. Bro, I don't know you from a hill of beans, bro. You know what I'm saying? You press me, but you don't press the people that don't look like you.
You press
it makes
you don't press your oppressors.
You see, come on. What are we doing? That's the stuff that just it be making me want to crash out, because I get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I'm older than you. I'm probably your daddy at this point. Is that why you recognize me? Like, come on. We got to do better. We got to do better.
You press me, but you don't press your oppressors. Do better.
Make it make sense.